up, generals? We are back with Ultimate General Civil War, and this is the J&P Rebalance mod, Confederate Major General Let's Play. We're going to do today live. I'm going to stick it in a I'm going to record it live, and then I'm going to edit it a little bit and post if I need to, and all that kind of thing. And predominantly, this is because I haven't done a camp video in a while, and it's very impractical to do like a recording and then come and try and do a camp video after the fact, because there's just a lot of factors I'm going to need to think about that'll be part of the discussion, and that would be difficult to remember after the fact in a camp screen. So let's take a look at the state of the Confederacy. The Union Army is hanging out at, let's call it 55,000. Decent training, decent armory. I'm still looking at like the mid-tier weapons, and I still haven't kind of gotten used to what the rebalance would consider to be mid-tier weapons. But if this was a vanilla game, I would say like think about Lorenz's and that kind of category of weapon. We have 17,000 soldiers. I'm not entirely sure what the verbiage would be here. So we have thousands of recruits. We are this is recruits. Okay. I'm used to seeing like raw recruits as a keyword that I can kind of scan for. I have a confession that I typically scan it and then don't actually read the raw text. So I'm just like, okay, numbers. And then I look for a word like crack or experienced or whatever. And there it is, recruits. So 17,000 recruits is dragging their training value down, which is good times. So it has a consideration of where we're trying to get. Ultimately, the objective here is to get this army ready for Gaines and then Malvern Hill. As a reminder, I'm sure you've all seen this before. You'll fight Gaines Mill and then immediately go into Malvern Hill. Now, you'll have a chance for a camp screen and everything else, but there's not this situation where you've got a lot of side battles to get you to the point where you can handle building your troops back up or building your monetary situation back up or anything. And then in this instance, we've got 36 possible brigades to bring in a maximum theoretical cap of 4 corps. Now, we're not going to bring that many. I don't have the economy. I don't have the troops. I don't have a lot of things to support that kind of number of units, unless I wanted to bring a lot of 500-man chaff brigades. And there is a thought to doing that, especially over here, where you only get a portion of your command right away in the first bit, and that there's that fourth wave that comes in over here, and they typically get in too late into the battle to be of any damn use. So I might make some chaff units just to shove the math such that the actual troops that are composed of whatever ends up being second corps arrive in time to be of use. And I may do the same in first corps just to fill it out. And because there are plenty of places in the line of battle where I don't need a 1,250 man crack infantry brigade with like good weapons. I just need someone physically occupying a portion of the line to make sure that I'm not getting caught with my pants down, metaphorically speaking, if skirmishers are, doing the thing, trying to sneak around my flanks or whatever. So having those small units to do the job that I would have normally put detached skirmishers into the role of, and theoretically it could be skirmisher units, may actually be beneficial for the health of the army in that battle. So I'll take a look at that. That'd be a good use of conservation of manpower. Today we're going to be fighting Port Republic, and Port Republic essentially plops a portion of your command and then later on another portion of your command. So you get like half of it over here, and then the other half comes in off this board edge. And you're tasked with taking a flag here-ish, and then the Union gets reinforcements to try and outflank you, or maybe the flag's here-ish actually. Outflank you, and then another Union command comes in at this crossroads, and they try and hit you in your as yet poorly defended rear. So there are a couple of different ways in which you can handle the battle. I used to be a big fan, because it just never occurred to me to try this at anything else, of taking this and then putting like skirmishers or artillery out here to make sure that nothing properly flanked it, and then waiting for them to come across the bridge, because the AI would reliably do that, and they didn't bring enough artillery to make it worthwhile. But inevitably, if you wanted to get complete destruction, you would need to cross the river here, after routing them or possibly under contest, and then push them into the corner and fight them. And it occurred to me, watching some YouTubers and then doing a little bit of my own testing, is that the command down here is largely passive. I guess it's a core. The command that fights down here on the Union side is mostly passive. They're really concerned about holding this portion of the map, and that's basically it. So if that be the case, it becomes practical to think about a divide and conquer kind of strategy. You know you're going to get flanked to the Confederate left, and the Union AI, for the most part, appears as if it will oblige you in that situation. So before we do that, let's also take a look at the camp screen. I've deliberately not done anything with the army, but let's consider where we're at. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit of a force pool built up. It's been my experience in playing now that it's relatively easy to generate colonels. It's very difficult to generate anything higher than a colonel, and I think I may have mentioned that in my last video. But it becomes impractical to buy them. As you can see, 10,000 a pop for a colonel, 14,000 a pop for a brigadier general. It becomes impractical to buy these officers, and at that juncture, the ones that you can buy with points are actually interesting or of worth. Now, this might be a thing where these values are hard coded, and the guys who work on this may be locked in terms of what they can do. But there's two colonels, 6 and 4, obviously a disparity between the two. So what I've thought about purchasing Daniel Hall. I think I'm going to ultimately skip it. But it is frustrating that right now we only have 2 generals. So anyway, we have 11 units to play with in the battle coming up. So 12th, we're going to go ahead and leave 12th, and we're going to go ahead and take 7th and let them rest. Let me see. This is an offensive battle. Is that correct? Yeah. All right. I want 1 counter battery unit. I'm not entirely sure I need 2. What am I kidding? Artillery is the only thing that kills anything. I think the counter battery can hold off. But let's go ahead and get some experience for some of our fresher troops. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and fill these guys back up to 1250 is what I'm playing with for the time being. I did take a look at the numbers that Panicrout posted in the last comment video. I'm surprised at how stark the drop-off is and how little performance you actually gain between 1,500 and 2,000 men. I would expect it to be a bigger performance gain than there is. So that's probably the size I'm going to be hanging out in. I also have new guns. Or I have access to new guns. So we have access to the Enfield 1853. 11 points is quite a bit, but I've got nothing else I'm terribly interested in spending it on. The 10-pound pair is an interesting proposition, but it's not necessary at this juncture, and I think more muskets are. Let's take a look at the damage curve. So it's very narrow damage curve, 3.2 to 4.3. I'm rounding here, obviously. Medium fire range, good long range, decent melee actually, and then a nice slow drop off. So it's equally effective at its long range as it is at its max range, and it doesn't really lose much, to be honest, from its medium all the way out to its max range. So the Enfield, I like this gun. Based on what I'm seeing here, I like this gun quite a bit. Yeah. Whitworth is also a good piece. If I have the opportunity, I'm going to see if I can't pick these up and then put them in a couple of skirmisher units, but this is definitely like gravy or nice to have territory, and this is like meat and potatoes. You need this kind of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and order those. We're going to go ahead and equip 2 units with them. Third rifles, how's the Harper's Ferry? Very comparable trading. A wee tiny bit of accuracy at its maximum range for a better rate of fire. So we're going to go ahead and leave the Harper's Ferry on third rifles. Also, I believe I have some 61s. Let's take a look at that. How are they doing? Again, fairly comparable, but you do see a slight drop off in accuracy. And but you trade for that a slightly higher damage range. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and it's a little bit less effective in melee. Cool. Cool. Very nifty. Good stuff. We've been putting points into economics and logistics, which does not have any direct effect, I don't think, on the store, does it? Oh, it does. It does. Okay. So the logistics effects is what's like how many are available, and then economics affects what they cost, I think. So that being the case, we have 4 brigades that are due upgrades, and then what's going to happen is I'll trade those guns down to the militia units, and then the militia guns are going to, have new units that get created that get some of those guns. So we're going to go ahead and leave third rifles with Harper's Ferries. We're going to go ahead and upgrade fourth rifles to... Actually, first rifle's my best unit, right? Where'd they go? They're good. Yeah, they're better. So first rifles, you're going to get... where did it go? And I know. I'm losing a whole bunch of stats. Part of my central philosophy here is that doesn't actually matter that much. And if that's the case, after being upgraded, they're not terribly far off from... Where'd they go? Fourth rifles, who are going to get the remainder of the Enfields. Whoop. I've got a little bit left over, but obviously not enough to fill up a unit. And that's okay. And then the 61. Oh, it seems silly to have this like premier unit and not bring it. So let's go ahead and bring first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll swap out all the infantry in 2nd Division. That's actually okay. That's fine. This pleases me insofar as it's more symmetrical. Okay, so that's all cool. 55s are good guns, but 61s are bigger numbers, ergo better. And by that logic, then someone else can get the Harper's Ferry. Just top these units up. They're doing good. They don't have the gun anyway. Doing fine. All right. Well, that's fine. I can fix that. All right, so let's go ahead and dump some militia units. So I need 2 more. All right. I might bring a cav unit along as well. There. Nope. Math. Oh, no. There it is. Okay. That's enough. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and bring a cav unit. The Dragoons are already leveled up and experienced, so let's go ahead and bring somebody else. 2nd Dragoon. We've got 900 of these sharp carbines. Now, one interesting thing. Let's talk about the cav carbines, because the situation there is interesting, and I'm not entirely sure how to play with it. And I may actually, instead of bringing a cav unit, I may bring one of the other light infantry units vis-a-vis the conversation we just had. In fact, yes, I'm going to. So who am I going to bring? We've only got one choice, right? Oh, no, I got 2. Who needs the experience more? Oh, 6th needs the experience quite a bit more. All right, cool. So 6 is going to go ahead and do some support work for me. All right. You need built up. perfect. Exactly. My entire cache. All right, good weapons. Not good weapons, but you're still a militia unit. I've got 55s to spare. What's your experience level? It's fine. Ain't that worried about it. I wish I could like set a number and it would just refill to that and whatever the consequences be damned. All right. All right. Doing good. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, it's fine. These units can get... It's not that big a deal that it'd be perfect. He says before worrying about whether or not the numbers are perfect. All right, there we go. We're using all our good guns. And then we have 1841s aplenty. Whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Let's not spend any money. There.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, and we're not losing too much stats because that's basically their base number. Okay, how are we doing on officers? Does anybody want to try and level up? Daryl Siegfried's as good as I'm going to get. Gene Shaw. I think if I can, I want to level up. Will that work? Yes, nope, it will not work. Gene Shaw, where'd you go? So I want to see if I can't turn some of these lesser finger quotes officers into colonels. But I need to figure out, yeah, there's someone I can get away with it. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh wait, that's just a different colonel. Never mind.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yep, that'll work. Okay, some of the other units I can like trade in lower officers and then grow them into full colonels. I might buy some majors. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Okay. Wow. Boy, oh boy. This is the curse of like a really good unit. I'm actually thinking about, this is blasphemy because you guys have watched me play before. This is blasphemy. I'm thinking about when these units take losses, refilling them with rookies. Oh my gosh, look at that. I need to bring enough to take the unit down before... Oh man, I don't know how to level this unit up, you know? Like that's the thing I'm kind of wondering what to do here. Oh, is it because of this? Yeah, whatever, who cares? Doesn't matter. Can I get away with another major? I only have one anyway. And I can. Excellent. All right, so hopefully some of these officers grow into full colonels. Yep, that's all good. All right, that is 12, and I have 11 to play with. So, as much as it's blasphemy, I think we're going to go ahead and leave 5th sharpshooter behind. And we're going to bring 6th. We need to get them some experience trying to level up the army generally. All right, so I do apologize for the longer intro, but that is sort of part and parcel with a... yeah, I'm not going to have enough rep points to buy those Whitworths. It's fine. Part and parcel with doing it live. And I'm glad that we're doing a camp screen. I think it's important to the content of the campaign. We're going to go ahead and bring General Fiasco. Or I think I'm calling him Rebel Fiasco in this playthrough. All right, so 11 thou to 15 thou. Same number of brigades. So that means they're going to be... Oh, God. If I'm 1250, they're going to be like 1600, give or take. Something like that. Oh, look at that, though. Woo! They outnumber me 3-1 when it comes to guns. Jesus. All right. So Yankee Brigade has been doing some stuff. They've been having sick barbecues and making fun of us in these woods. And we're going to go tell them what for. Get off our lawn and all that kind of fun stuff. Currently, it's only you and your one buddy, but you got the rest of your posse coming up later. Whatever. Yeah. So, like I said, they're here. They're fairly passive. They're going to get reinforcements on both these roads, which functionally just means I just end up camping right over here. And then they're going to get reinforcements here at the crossroads. So you can engage here first and obtain the objective. And if you do so, the AI will come down here and then they will feel obliged to attack across this river. Now you can get a pretty favorable result just holding this triangle here. And then if you have one unit up here blocking off the bridge, they have a hard time crossing down. And the two commands struggle to connect. Connect. We're going to go ahead and try something a bit different. We're going to go meet up over here and then wait for them. This is a bit cheeky, knowing that they're going to come in to sort of support, but let's just pretend that Rebel Fiasco here has a lot of recon. So we are going to draw our first units from 2nd Division. And all of that is so that these guys can get some experience. And again, they don't have the stamina that 1st Division has. These guys are all my veterans who've been around for a while. Not that you'd know that because they're all only 1 star. But they've got a little bit higher stamina ratio. They can handle all the marching and everything like that. Whereas these guys are, for the most part, green. They've only ever fought at Shiloh. And they won't be able to be moving in the same speed as I need them to. So let's go ahead and jump in without any further ado. All right, so wait. Blocking position, prepare to cross, recon. And this is why I record it and then do 200% playback, because oh my goodness. All right, so we've got 13th Militia here in the house. They're going to trade fire with the 2 units of skirmishers. They do not appear to be a split, so this is just 2 units of skirmishers. I'm going to revise my brigade size down from like the 1600s to more likely. Oh wow. Okay. Let's take my earlier commentary about how we're going to play this battle and throw it all out the window. I have rarely seen an aggressive defense like this. Oh, what the hell? This is fascinating. Okay, well, let's figure out what we're going to do then. Actually, I think... I don't know if we can get there in time. I think we still want to, so let's reassess. I would still like to control everything here before I do any serious fighting in this direction. What I'm worried about, and unfortunately you can't in this game visually confirm what kind of gun it is this a 6-pounder? Then I don't care. Is this a 12-pounder? I don't care. Is it a Parrot? I care. But 6th Infantry should be able to hold these guys off a little bit, and then I can just attack with the militia. We're going to be kind of desperately buying for time, but they're moving pretty slow. Maybe I can get there in time. We'll see. I'm also nervous about these skirmishers. They're larger units. So they split. I think you noticed this is Carroll Brigade. Oh, shit. Are they both over here? This is interesting. This might be one of those functions of the rebalance. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. There's. Well then. Okay. However, they appear to be retreating across the river, and if that's the case, we're going to oblige them in that. Get your shots off. Alright, get in the woods. I know. I'm going to get reinforcements to come in over here, and they're going to have to fight their way across too. That's fine. However, given the change to the situation on the ground, I can't assume the AI is going to perform or behave like it did during a vanilla playthrough, and I need to keep my command intact and also ensure as best as possible secure flank and rear. The way that I do that is I kick Carol, both versions of him, off of this side of the river. That's going to be hard without artillery, but I'll manage. I hope. Fortunately, 6 Lightfoot is doing great. And we can trust on the militia units, 13th and 9th, once they maintain this position, to kick the enemy out. And then hopefully we're going to get our reinforcements and they can just come and fight up here. And then that Carol Mark II is sort of, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I guess presumably going to go take the flag. Look at that. Good job. I initially was not a fan of the fact that you can't split skirmishers off in the Rebal, but shit. But I gotta say I'm coming around to it. Holy moly. Oh, this is that visual glitch where these... Okay, yeah, sure. Oh boy. So we're going to run here mostly because I want them in the covered position. Just get until you... Keep moving until I get where I want you. Alright, that's fine. Okay, we should be okay. We should be okay. Famous last words. Let's get right up in there. Until Carol 2 gets engaged. But we need to dissuade them from just existing. How are you rear... Oh. Sure. Alright. And if you're gonna fight, do so from the woods. Deny them your rear flank. This is the best we're gonna do for now. Shit. Ah, killed. It's one thing if they're wounded. It's another thing entirely if they're just straight up dead. I mean, we got a light colonel out of the deal, but I don't think that's a good trade. Unless he levels up. Even then. Tom Preston was one of those guys who had pretty good XP. Alright. So now that Carol's no longer in danger of charging, or in less danger of charging, I'm going to see if I can't shift 9th over here. Where's there's a 2-tree spot. I like that. And then I'm going to get 13 in the woods there. And now we're in a much better place. Because these guys can sweep up Robinson, sweep up the skirmishers, and we're doing okay. This is certainly touch and go, certainly dicey, but I think we're going to be okay. And then the 6th can swing over here and ensure that we got pretty good coverage. All right, so is the rest of this just infantry? I'm pretty sure I had artillery. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So U2, 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 fuck it, U4. Nice line of battle. Shoot the artillery. Yeah, here we go. We had some guns. They're just still coming. Everyone's doing great. Now, if this artillery is unsupported, I'm probably going to charge. You can capture, take prisoner units. I don't think you can turn the guns or anything like that on the enemy in the battle. That's a coding issue, I think. But if the artillery truly is unsupported, I'm totally going to charge. With 12. Another Yankee brigade spotted. Okay, so we're not charging. Not with 1st, that's for damn sure. Get across the river. You can charge, though. And you as well. I need these 3 brigades and the artillery across this river ASAP. But I'm feeling pretty good about things right now. We just gotta stabilize. I think this is something ineffective. And this is risky, but I want to wipe the entire unit out before Tyler gets involved. And I need 1st just not engaged. Not there anyway. So make contact. And make contact. Please make contact. Oh, God. All right, so they should evaporate pretty soon here. No, keep falling back. I wasn't kidding. Like, all the way. All right, yeah, this should be a done deal here. However, this is not a done deal. This should be a done deal. Narrator, it was not. Okay, so I think at this point, I still don't want to push for the flag because there's 4,000-ish Union infantry plus whatever reinforcements they're going to get. So I think with this, the objective still is to buy time here, hold this crossing as best as possible. I think at this point we can clearly safely cross the skirmishers that we're guarding here, and this unit we may need to break contact with these guys. but these 3 units can cross. I think the artillery can hold fast for the time being. And then 1st Infantry can hold the door for them, so to speak. By just standing in a place where they can shoot right there. I'm fine with this. However, I'm not so fine with this because you guys are getting tired. Fall back. You've knocked 100 cannon crewmen out. You've done your job. Rebel Fiasco for sure needs to stand fast. We know all the supporting fire we can get into this unit of skirmishers. And... okay. It was definitely a little dicey there, right? But I think things are okay. We're now unifying our command. We've scared the artillery a little bit. Likely killed an officer, or at least wounded an officer. Not that again, I'm not entirely sure the AI actually cares about that shit, but somehow or another reduced the efficacy of their command, hopefully. Tyler and Carroll do appear to be the only infantry brigades that are present. However, they're doubled, so that's super duper mega fun times. And I think things are stabilizing over here. This is rough. But that's exactly what these units are here for. Right back into the fight already, huh, buddy? It's okay. Relatively light in terms of casualties sustained. And they're doing good. They're doing excellent work here. We've lost an officer somehow. Oh, you know what? I think Tom Preston was the division commander. Shit, the reinforcements. Oh, no. One of the units retreated this way. Okay. So you guys need to just chill out here for a bit. You're going to be fine. Alright, keep pouring it on them. Don't give them a chance to rest. There we go. Really good, guys. Here's the AI's, like, pathological need to get my supply wagon. Kind of biting it in the butt. It's just running right into, you know, a formed division, basically. That's going to be fun. That they're shooting at me at this range and that they were so shitty at canister suggests to me that this is likely either... what? 3-inch ordnances, maybe? Or 10-pound parries? It's one of those two. I think. Likely. Alright, I think they just routed. I thought I saw that bar move in my favor. I guess not. They're still shooting at something. Never mind. Hmm. They should be getting like what? It's not just 2,000 more guys, but these units doubled, so they should be getting like 4,000 or 5,000 more here-ish. Unless those double, that'll be interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get 12th over here, and then we'll get 6th shooting up. I want them routing this way. Once the artillery's online, I imagine things over here should go a little smoother. Hopefully, anyway. Horse artillery is, as a perk, I'm still loving it. Yeah, it must have been a division commander. I'm still loving horse artillery. Getting these cannons online that much faster, I think, is worth the mobility. I think is worth the accuracy hit you take by not taking that particular perk. I forget which one it is that the alternatives were. I think accuracy or range, probably. Fire rate, perhaps. Not going to deny here, I think that counter battery would be useful, but or some long range snipers. Here we go. All they're going to get is artillery? That's a shame. No, I remember how this goes. It's been a minute since I've played this, but they get the artillery and then like a brigade comes in. Yeah, they get more. That's right. Evidently they get a lot more. Here we go. It's not going to be enough, but I'm doing some gamey shit. There's no getting around it. There's no pretending otherwise. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that is completely my fault. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, that's not good at all. But it's kind of funny though, right? Like, okay. Shit. All right. We need to get another unit up there because militia is going to break almost immediately, I'm sure. We need to get concentrated fires on these units. You two need to hold, like, maintain. Hold your task. Someone else can kind of cover down. It's fine. And we might need to, it's not likely. I don't see any evidence that they're going to try and cross to the north. Oh, that's no good. Oh man. All right. Well, I think I earned that. That's probably on me somehow. For trying this stupid shit where I'm like, I know where you're gonna spawn. Oh boy. Stay on mission. All right, they're broken. Go back to breaking these units. We can keep them broken. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 11th out of there in time, but we'll see. It's not going to go well for you. Alright, so I imagine they're going to get trapped down there. And that's completely on me for... Oh well. Yeah, that's going to go about as poorly for you as I expected. I don't know what they're shooting at. That's kind of the problem. Let's see if you can't shoot at Fremont. Take him out. I don't know. Get these guys routing in the corner. Yep, looks like that didn't take long. Oh boy. No. Go that way. It's fine. Everything's okay. The water's warm. It's okay over there. Everything's fine. Come on in. The water's fine. It's okay. Yeah. Spit the militia out. They need to. That's not good, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is stable. I'm not worried about what's going on over here. This sucks that they're getting shelled, but this entire battle they've been being shot at, and they've taken 82, which is, you know, it's certainly sustainable. Okay, get the militia out of there. That's my fault. There you go. That's the outcome we're looking for. I just need to be able to select them. And I can't right now, which is fine. We got 2 hours, so we're doing good. Obviously, I need the hill. I need the hill. Alright, here you go. Go chill out. You've earned it. Don't run. I'm looking for... You see me like squiggling about trying to figure out where I can put them. Anywhere I can find 2 trees. That's like slightly better cover than 1 tree. I mean, I know cover 150 versus 160 is not earth-shattering, but it's not nothing, you know? Alright, so they're just going to need to rest, and they're going to need to recover for basically the rest of the battle. And third, the same. Fortunately, their job now is just to shoot these guys into the dirt, so that's relatively straightforward. Let's see if I can't get you to shoot the 1 unit that's like vaguely formed. Things are going okay over here. Let's go back to... This is what the vanilla game plays like. I think this is... If I'm not mistaken, this is the base speed of the vanilla game. It's been set to that. So it's nice and quick as far as my perception of it is concerned. But man, it feels so fast now. I'm sticking 11th in this hole here. Their job now is just to stand there, and I need 9th to help me kind of wrap this up quicker. Someone routed, like 6 dudes. 7. It's probably an artillery unit, I'm guessing. Alright, this is about done. We're going to shoot them. We're going to get one more round of artillery in there, and I'm going to charge. I'd like captures. I'd like captures. Same over here, probably. No, wait a second. No. We'll just keep shooting him. I learned the lesson from Shiloh. Holy shit! Oh man, first artillery, which is not 12-pound howitzers. I don't know why I haven't changed that name. They're back down to 6-pound fields. All right, here we can go ahead and charge. I know you're tired. It's fine. Hopefully this behaves even a little bit like the vanilla game and they just go ahead and call it a day, pack it in, please. Actually, you don't charge. Well, I mean, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. It's not what I wanted you to do, but all right. And let's get first out of the meat grinder. Come on. Give me your guns. We got biscuits and gravy and other southern comfort foods. We got Cracker Barrels and stuff. Actually, you know what? We got sweet tea. That should be enough for you guys to just call it a day right now. I'm not doing sugar so much these days, but back in the day when I was in the Army, one of the things that made like Fort Jackson very, very bearable was regular access to things like sweet tea. Okay. All right. Otherwise, Fort Jackson was not... There was not much to recommend the place. It's quite humid. All right, so one of them called it a day, but not the way I wanted them to. Okay, we are not getting the outcome I wanted. Come on, dude. Shoot him. Figure. There it is. There it is. Good job. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and sketch a plan now that the first phase of the battle is largely just kind of in cleanup. Let's sketch. We're going to take maybe half an hour in game and rest up. And then we're going to push across here and basically kind of like imagine an L shape that is inverting on itself. All right, come on. This is getting stupid. Excuse me. So these 9, 3, 1, all these guys, actually I'm probably going to have, because they're rested, probably going to have all of this come over here. And then I'm going to have these guys just laying down a base of fire from this direction. Anytime you feel like it, just fire away. I think I've learned my lesson. I'm just never going to initiate melee, ever. Yeah. So that's my general plan, is we're going to send, I think, these 4 brigades and probably the 11th as well. That was so stupid. And then 12, 4, 2, and 6 are going to stay on this side and shoot across the river. And, you know, disincentivize the opponent from... make it hard for them to fight in this direction, basically. But I mean, if they're going to oblige me and keep attacking across the river, I'm certainly not going to stop them from doing that. I'm certainly not. Yeah, I don't know how you can take those kinds of casualties and remain combat effective. I have a suspicion the answer is you can't. Excellent. Carol's coming for round 2. Damn. Oh, that artillery is so brutal. Okay. So I think now mostly what's left is to play it all out. Excuse me. This command is starting to move into position, and we're just continuing to sort of draw them out, draw them into combat, shell them into oblivion. It looks like Carol Mark II is going to come in to do the same. I wonder how much I even really need to worry about attacking their flag if they're just going to keep on coming at me. Look at this. They're just going to feed another unit into the grindstone. And we see that there are more units over here. I was a little afraid of that. That's a great volley from first. Hopefully they can start putting some rounds directly into Robinson. Mm-hmm. So I would prefer not to engage Tyler in open battle, but I'm actually okay with this. Third rifles will be in a place of cover. Robinson's artillery has been degraded pretty healthily. If they were rested, I would push across with 4, 2, and 12. They're not. But their artillery's been largely silenced. And now we've outflanked Tyler. He has to give ground. Well, he should. I don't know if he will, but he should. Carol's gonna get vaporized here in a second. Yeah, okay. I want to retreat them. They've got expensive guns. Get the horse artillery over here. Yeah, he's just getting shot at from too many sides. Tyler can't take that kind of punishment indefinitely. Now, unfortunately, if I had that sniper unit, they'd be sniping at John or Robinson. All right. So we're pushing into these woods here pretty aggressively. These units are probably to the point where I'd be comfortable moving them as long as that they were only being asked to kind of do a blocking or holding kind of position. Unfortunately, they're going to be advancing directly into the fire of guns, so I don't think that's something I can ask them to do right now. Not right away, anyway. Unfortunately, yeah, I think the same rules that kind of prevent the AI from crossing that river effectively are the same rules that prevent me from doing the same. All right, so we kick Tyler out of the woods. Get the militia and 3rd and 1st rifles on that. Infantry, yeah, this should work out. They're still coming across the woods, man. There you go. Got the cannons finally, thank goodness. What exactly are you charging? I'm not gonna stop you. Mostly for that exact reason. Feel free to charge. It's not gonna get you anywhere, but by all means, if you're so inclined. Alright, so now I'm comfortable coming across. Okay. I'm gonna leave the artillery there. They're okay. We're gonna go ahead and leave. Who's more tired? We're gonna leave 4th Rifles back to defend the artillery. But now my battle plan is 3rd Rifles and the Horse Artillery shell these units onto the dirt, and then if this version of Tyler lives, too bad. It's 1,600 people. It's not the end of the world. That's frustrating. And it does appear as if he's going to come back for more. Which is, you know, fine in my book. We've got plenty of resources to deal with what's left on the board. Let's see if we can't get that supply wagon too while we're at it. I know there's another Johnson Mark II. Or no, Taylor, I think is what it is. Taylor, I think. Interestingly, there's a Union version of this exact mission. You come in down here, and the Confederates are located right here. And yeah, that's a fun mission too. I like that one quite a bit. Man, those 6-pounders, they need nerfed like, whoa. I'm not complaining, but I mean, it's clear that they're a great gun. How are they doing? Great firearm bonuses. They haven't really gained as much in stamina as I'd like. I like my light infantry to have a lot of stamina because I typically use them as sort of, I don't want to say fire brigade type units, but I definitely have them floating around a lot, and I think them being able to be mobile over the course of a duration of a battle like that is actually pretty important. Infantry, I'm less worried about it. So in the remaining 20 minutes I've got left, I'm going to see if I can't get these guys to run around a little bit. Not that that's not exactly what they're doing right now. And then couple of points in melee, but I'm not entirely sure that was even remotely worth it. That was a silly experiment. I should have just shot them down. I'm not getting a lot of captures in this campaign, but that's fine. You can retreat. You can take their place. All right. Go over there because I tactically need you to for whatever reason. I don't know. Get more stamina points. I think it's like the most important underappreciated stat on the stat line. All the rest of them are pretty obvious what they do. And it's been my experience that the morale stat doesn't really matter all that much. If it does, it's not like perceptible to me what it does. Okay. Yeah, you're fine there. No one can see you. All right. Yeah, let's just run the clock down. No. No, no, no. We need to inflict casualties. Casualties are what we need to be doing. Yeah. And it looks like other Tyler's just going to hang out right here, and he's content to just, be there. And that's fine. One thing I think that is makes the Lorenz an excellent infantry skirmish rifle is it's got good range, a good damage range, nice big damage range, and it's accurate. This is perfect, in my opinion, for a light infantry rifle that I'm not entirely sure would be a good battle line rifle because they're kind of spendy in this version of the game. So they're great for skirmishers. They're available in that kind of number for battle line skirmishers, so to speak. But they're not something I necessarily would go out of my way to equip infantry brigades with. We probably have 8 minutes left, so yeah. There's not really any good way to make this particular segment more exciting. Let's go ahead and get whatever we can. Plot twist. The clock runs to 0 and you've got way more time to play with. Oh, shit, I do. Okay. Well, cool. If that's the case, how are you doing? You're fine. You're also fine, although I'm not going to have you run anymore. I wonder how much time I have. I am facing off against 1,600 Union infantry who are almost certainly somewhere in this pizza slice. Not a wedge, not a triangle, pizza slice of woods. Oh, we have contact somehow. I'll betcha it was the light infantry that spotted them. That's what they're good for, right? They have phenomenal spotting, 1060. The extra 20, the extra 60 comes from my investment in the recon stat. No, wait a second. This should be 20 per tick, right? So I should have 1080. Unless they naturally have 980. Well, we'll find out. Whatever. I've got, the way that I know that I've got 4 is because I have this bar here that tells me relative percentages of force, and I wouldn't have that if I was not at least recon 4. That's right, buddy. We're going to make it so there's not really anywhere good for you to go. Although, at present, that means you're going to go this way. So let's not do that. Because I want them to just get caught up right up in here, which is maybe not a thing I can guarantee. Let's find out, though. Incentivize them to go this way. But are they just gonna... Nope. Perfect. Shit. No, no, no. Don't... What? No. Don't... Retreat here. No, don't... Oh, man. Okay. That's not good at all. Don't retreat into my unit. Dodge! Dodge, little boys. Dodge. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. That's right. If you can dodge a brigade, you can dodge a ball. Ooh. Oh, man. That was tight. Okay, perfect. That's good. We like you in that corner. Yeah, do the awkward turtle. Now. Yeah, because now there's nowhere good for you to be. Shit, which way do we go? We're trapped. The jig is up. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Now that I think that we've successfully dodged what could have been a truly disastrous outcome, we're less bad. Things are less bad right now. There is still ever the possibility that they decide to route into a unit, but I get the impression that that's less the case nowadays. I don't know. Pretty even casualties, with the exception of second rifles. They got it pretty hard. There you go. Cool. Finally, we got some surrenders. How many did they have? 1,400, 1,500 missing. So, I mean, there's 173 from the supply wagon, so they were 13 or something. All right, cool. Holy moly, 24,000. Good. I mean, now, a lot of those brigades doubled, so there's that. So 2-1 in the AI's favor. Man, oh man. 1,500 casualties, that's excellent. That's this is a woo. Wow. Again, so, I mean, some gamey bullshit over here on the corner. That's whatever. That's what it is. Units, guys did some stuff. Whatever. They're good. Good for them. Man, that's rough. I don't know why we got how that happened, but that's terrible. That is a terrible day for the Confederacy. This is great. This is really, really great. This is fantastic. That's terrible. This is terrible. And this is whatever. We got 2 light colonels and 3 light colonels out of the deal. But the cost was 2 light colonels or 1 light colonel and his clone, I guess. His clone commando, General Kenobi. But this is terrible. 2 full colonels. Ah. God, that's horrible. All right, whatever. I mean, move on. Captured a metric shitload of Springfield 61s. That's excellent and confirmed. They are the 3-inch ordnance guns, so that's just why they were shitty for counter battery fire. It's why the entire battery shelling the crap out of 12th Infantry. They did a grand total of 86 casualties or something. Yeah, 3-inch ordnance in this version of the game are hot garbage. We got some of the Enfields we lost back and some other stuff. $2,000, some Cav carbines. Yeah, okay, so decent capture. Cool. What do we have to work with going into Gaines Mill? Got a career point, super cool. Reputation, sweet, I guess. Not enough for what I want. Money, dudes, some more dudes. Right? Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well. I'm probably going to hold on to it. I don't think the 10-pound parrots are worth it in this instance. I'm not hurting for guns right now. For cannons, anyway. Still think that trickleback is probably good. Although training. You know what? Actually, I'm about to spend a shitload of money building a whole bunch of new units. And I know that 2 pips of training, 2 pips of skill for some of these units isn't going to make or break them. I think that's going to be what I'm going to do. Because we're in that like aggressive expansion phase. Yeah, I think the next couple of battles I need to get trained into like 5. I think I'm going to keep them all. Like I want to get them all to that like it's useful level of like 5, 6, somewhere in there. And then I'll push them up from there at that point. But yeah. Okay, how are we doing for officers? Man, we are really hurting. That's how we're doing for officers. We are for sure going to be sending some brigades with captains into this battle. Ooh. Okay. All right. Oh, God. Oh. How did I lose 2 division commanders in that battle? Like, we lost, like, what, 12 guys in that whole fight? I'm exaggerating. But we lost 1,400, 2 of which were division commanders. Ugh. That's worth 1,000 casualties each, in my opinion. Oh, man, that sucks. All right. I'll live. It's what it is. It is what it is. Fortunately, we have an excellent division commander, I suppose, and Barnard B here. So that's cool. Yep, he's got good stats. Who's another good major or colonel I've got sitting around just twiddling his thumbs? Well, James Archer. Come on down. I think you were historically a division commander, so that's fine, I guess. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I think you just got yourself frack. I may well buy this. Or I may be cheap and get Kershaw. Because 6 is a big hit to the morale effect, where I can eat the -1. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Guns. We got a bunch of 61s. And then a whole crap load of, JV weapons. Some skirmisher weapons. Plenty of these, which is unfortunate because the gun's pretty shit. How's the Smith carbine? Meh. The Smith carbine is solidly meh. That's how it is. Meanwhile, where did it go? Oh, that's right. It can't be for infantry. There it is. Meanwhile, this thing is super good. Like, there's a gigantic range for its damage window, right? But look at that. 133 down to a whopping and terrible 88, which is twice as good as any other infantry gun I've seen in the game so far. Holy crap. God, I wish I got like a decent amount of money for these. I'd sell them in a heartbeat. I'm probably going to put together a James unit. Yeah, I think so. James unit sounds good. I don't know. We're for sure going to have to beef up the artillery. Continue buying 20-pound parrots, so as soon as I get 4, I can build a unit of them. Blakely. Cannon of foreign design. The gun is effective but expensive. 900 for the effective range. Barely longer than musket fire. That's something about the rebalance mod I'm not really sure about. There's all these guns, their ranges have been significantly shortened. Look at that. Again, barely longer than musket fire. That's what? That's twice as long as... That's a little over twice as long as musket fire. I don't know. Damage range 25 to 42. What's this? How you doing? It's tighter. It's a tighter band. Okay. Alright, I can see the Blakely being good. I can see it. Fire rate 60. Fire rate 40. What's a relatively high fire rate? 60. 60. 70. Ooh, okay. I still don't know what you do. You just look like you're just hot garbage. This looks like a terrible cannon, which is weird because historically it was a great cannon. High rate of fire though, 70 versus 60 or 40. Where's my favorite gun? Okay. So shorter range than the 3-incher. It fires faster still. Fire rate 80. Woohoo! Man. Okay. Do we have another unit of 6-pounders? Yeah, we do. No, they've got... Oh, I need to get better about naming my gun batteries. All right. I don't know why you have howitzers. The howitzers are trash. Oh, because I don't have 12 anything else. Guess what? I guess we're going to use this as a medium range support piece. Accuracy plus some effective range. So does the tooltip increase? Okay, well, then it's what? 15% of 900? Oh, I'm not good at math, guys. It's what? A little over 1,000? Okay, so yeah. But medium, so that's going to be most effective in that medium damage arc. Good fire rate though. We'll see. Whatever, it's fine. The parrots are the parrots. They're fine. All right, yeah. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera because I'm just kind of rambling right now. We need 2 full combat corps at least. I don't necessarily care about a third and a fourth corps. It doesn't matter to me right now. But I need to bring one of each. So if that be the case, I need to get these to the point where they both can fight. The focus is going to be I Corps. Because these guys come in kind of late regardless. Oh, I only have 4 divisions. Perfect, I guess, right? How big can they be? 3 corps, 5 divisions, 5 brigades each division. So I can have 25 units. And they can be big. Oh, weird. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be the focus of the army, or the focus of really everything. I don't want to move the whole division. I just want to move the units. Ooh, or do I? I've got some good division commanders here. No, I'm fine. You can leave me there. Bernard Lee's not going anywhere. James Archer's not going anywhere. Camper. It's a shame. I'd love to have these guys leading units, but no can do, amigo. All right, light division goes on the bottom. Yeah, there you go. All right, so basically we need to build second corps from scratch, more or less, is what I'm seeing here. Because that, we can bring all of I Corps, but there's no troops in second corps, so we couldn't even bring it. But we can bring it all in one drop. But I don't know if I want to do that. I can have 3 corps. Why can't I? Oh, because I don't have units. Right? Yep, that's what it is. Okay. Oh, man. I have the cash. Stop whining. Okay. Well, so I have a thought about how the reinforcements work in the next battle, because I think you don't get all of this relatively early on. I think you get... It's just... Okay. Let's pretend that these are core. I think you get part of this, and then part of this, and then part of this, or the rest of that, and then the rest of this, and then I don't know how this works over here. And so what I'm thinking about doing is 1 and 2 corps come in on this attack here, and the bottom half of that division structure is going to be chaff units that'll just be used to fill in the line and kind of do whatever stuff, and they don't really intend to fight too much. And then maybe I don't even worry about what's going on the left flank. Maybe. There's a weird economic game with the rebalance mod that I think I didn't need to worry about as much in the vanilla game. The predominant issue is guns. I'm running out of like good guns, which is it's fine. It's not too much of an issue. But more importantly, I'm running out of officers to run these units, man. Like, I just don't. I can't be paying this kind of money for these officers. I don't want to be anyway. I've got 3 colonels to play with right now, and that's it. So captains for sure. So what I'm saying is we would put, let's say, this is a bad example, but by way of example, una mas. All right. So this would be the fighting portion of the command. And then what I would do is,
Yes, sir.
I've got, I don't know, just to make the example. And then I would stick, because I got to buy the captain, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's got to be. I would stick a bunch of these units down here so that as far as the game is concerned, half of the division, finger quotes, is this stuff. And half of corps. Half of the core is everything on the top of the screen. And then the other half of the core that it brings in later is the stuff down here that I don't really care about. Yeah. So it's going to cost me some money. I'm going to have to open a 3rd corps. That's fine. I don't have an issue doing that. And the 3rd corps will be, I don't know, more chaff stuff or something to go fight, because this plan right now, my intention is to you have this wide open angle of attack. So my whole army that comes in the frontal attack frontal attack is stupid. We're not going to do a frontal attack. We're going to come over here, right over here, and we're going to come down and attack this way. Or possibly we're going to attack into these woods, depending on how things go, and then push them. And the Union will be in defensive entrenchments along this river here. Along this river here. And so if you attack, they get some reinforcements that come in down here. So if you attack into this position, right, attack from here, and then take this, and then push to here, this becomes a good foundation for the Confederate attack. And then you push in here, and you have essentially this position is elevated relative to down here, and down here is crappy marsh. And so they can't effectively attack out of it. They're going to be exhausted. You're going to be elevated in cover, firing downhill. I mean, it's just going to be perfect, right? So that's the dream. We'll see how it shakes out, obviously. Again, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and build a bunch of units and everything else and get the Confederate Army moving. But yeah, we need to scale up pretty quick here. And PDQ. And I'm not sure if we have the officers to do it. Now, that said, much of that problem evaporates at the end of Gates Mill. All of these guys are going to come back. They're going to come off of the bench. However, it remains to be seen if other units aren't going to become, wounded. So we'll see. And the other issue I have in making all these divisions is all the colonels it's going to take. Can I get away with maybe a light colonel? Oh, I can. Oh, sweet. Okay. That's really good to know, actually. Because some of these non-major combat commands, I could really use the. It's still $4,000 though. Some of these non-major combat commands, I could really use the colonels somewhere else, leading brigades that are intended to actually fight. Which I guess, in fairness, Second Corps is intended to actually fight, but oof, that's rough. Officers rank too low. Yeah, I think this is just going to be an issue we struggle with. I think this is just going to be maybe I suck it up. Does it happen if I give him a colonel? Still a little bit. Wait, no, that's that's a this guy problem, right? Yeah. But the command is still super shitty. So I think we do that. We do the thing with the light colonels. We do that as a thing of last resort, which I may have to do because we just don't have a lot of officers. There is a trick, I think, to create. Well, it would require me to buy literally every general to create free colonels. And it's not like they're free. They just spawn them and you still pay for them. So I can't do that. I don't have the money for it. So yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting uphill kind of design problem to figure out. Because we do not have the officers that we need to fill the command slots that I would like. And I'm strongly debating Kershaw here. I desperately want Hill, and I think maybe I suck it up and get Hill as a full general leading either a corps or because I can get away with. No, I can't. But you know what? $14,000 is more worthwhile to me than.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anywho, that was Port Republic. I think it went really well, with the exception of losing those two colonels and not wounded but straight up dead. That really sucks. And I know that this was a longer episode, but I think you can kind of appreciate why I do these in post now, because they go a while, and then there's the fact that I ramble. But it's important, I think, to do a camp screen every now and again, so you guys can take a look at I think some of the strategic concerns that you'll need to think about in these battles. Anywho, hope you guys have a great weekend, great night, whatever, when you see this. And until the next video, this is Fiasco signing out.